Hello, I'm XOXO, the chocolate lady dripping with thoughts, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today, as today is Friday, and I always like to focus on men that love to quilt. Hi, thank you for visiting with me today. Yes, yes, and I'm hoping that there are some women that are taking a peek and that will enjoy our show today, which I'm going to talk about the Mariner's quilt block, as well as I'm going to touch on the stars, the different star quilt blocks, and also I have a wonderful crispy chocolate turtle to share with you today. And as always, each time I have a Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric box. And I think you're going to like it a lot. And I'm more relaxed, and I do want to share something with you. Look at this. Yeah, XOXO. Hugs and kisses. I'm XOXO, and I just happen to have a side to my character that I love to have a good time laughing and quilting and making chocolates, and I am promoting my 108 by 108 quilt backing. I do want you to know that this is your source for 108 by 108 quilt backing, and also your source for the Ugly Beauties chocolate fabric box that I select them myself, and I always find that you always will end up with a beautiful quilt. Okay, so just know that I need you to be sure to visit with me on Fridays and Sundays for memorial quilts, Mondays for homeschoolers, Wednesdays for women, and Fridays for men. And that I am the chocolate lady dripping with thoughts, making crazy quilts from scraps or whatever I got. And I can teach you to make a candy bar in about 5 to 10 minutes. And you'll always have a good time when you're visiting with me. And just because I want to entice you to hang around and have a good time with me, I'm going to show you the chocolate crunchy sea turtle I made today. Here it is. Can you see those eyes? Look, it's a sea turtle. Yes, and look on the back side. You're going to see how I kept it together. Chocolate, yes. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Yes, and the shell of the sea turtle, I'm sorry, I had to add nuts, are macadamia nuts. I'm going to show you one more time. Yes, we're going to talk about that again a little bit later. And I have a beautiful box of ugly. Okay, I got to stop because in this box are some ugly beauties. They're not all beautiful, but I'm going to show you what I have. Okay, and I'm going to take them out shortly, but I want you to know, I want you to be tempted to stay to the end, because I might start talking a lot and I don't want you to leave before I show you the Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric box. And as I mentioned earlier, that I am your source for 108 by I am your source for 108 by 108 quilt backing, And sometimes I have smaller pieces, like today. I want to show you this quickly. I'm going to show it to you again because it's so beautiful. But look at this color. Can you see the color? Isn't that kind of gorgeous? Okay, so let's oh, hi. Hi, yes, I'm so happy to see you. If you look behind me, you will see two panels, two blocks, and they're the Mariner Compass quilt blocks, and that's what I want to talk about today. And I would like to show you a little clip before we proceed on, and just bear with me. Yes, and I hope that you will like it.
Welcome to the world of ancient mariners. Sea travel shaped civilizations in profound ways. The Phoenicians were master sailors of the Mediterranean. Their ships were innovative, sturdy, and swift. They connected distant lands through trade. The Polynesians embarked on incredible Pacific voyages. Navigating by stars, they discovered new islands. Their journeys were feats of resilience and skill. The Vikings, fierce explorers of the north, they ventured to unknown lands beyond the horizon. Their discoveries reshaped the world map. What drove these explorers into the unknown? Curiosity, necessity, and the lure of adventure. Their legacy influences modern navigation. Ancient mariners paved the way for today's explorers.
I hope you enjoyed that. And did you see the Mariner's Compass? Wasn't it absolutely beautiful? I hope you really enjoyed it. That I was so excited when I found that clip. I said, oh yeah, I definitely have to share that today with the men that quilt and the women that are probably taking a peek. Now I do have a little book here in front of me that has an example. I'll just show it to you quickly. I'm sorry, I probably didn't do a good job, but it came out of this book here. Okay, and I reference this book quite a bit when I'm talking about all the different blocks. So as you join me on my journey, yes, on my journey, I hope that you won't mind if I open this book quite a bit. And I do want to mention why I decided to focus on the Mariner's Compass quilt block. Is because I made a mistake a few weeks ago, and I just want to have clarity and be as factual as I can when I'm talking about quilt blocks. And I was thinking that the one behind me would fall under the like one of the STAR quilts, but it doesn't. No, it's the Mariner's Compass block. And so there you have it. That's why today's topic is what it is. So I also have a hat. I'm like being fumbling and all over the place. I also have a hobby. I enjoy quilting making chocolates and watercolors. So when I realized that I made a mistake in a previous video, mistaking the block behind me for a star block, and I realized that it was a compass block, I decided to paint something special for you. Do you like it? Will you please forgive me for making a mistake? Because I do want this to be a place that you could come and have a good time and gain knowledge and know that the knowledge that you're receiving is accurate. So I'm going to let you have another peek, and while you're taking a peek at my watercolors, say, XOXO, we forgive you. Okay, and I'm so happy that you're on this journey with me, and that maybe you'll consider getting a Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric box, and you will also consider trying to make a sea turtle like that. Okay, and has lots of chocolate on it. Let me, oh, and the head, look close. Let me get it for you. That is, oops, I'm always fumbling everything. That is dried pineapple. So basically, what we have is chocolate, macadamia nuts, dried pineapple, and I really don't want to tell you what I really don't want to tell you how I made the body. I really don't, but I have to, because that's what being a chocolatier is all about. Look close. Those are corn chips. Now, if this is your first time joining me, you can always learn about making a 5 to 10 minute chocolate bar with me with whatever you have in your kitchen. So I had some tortilla chips, and I said I have to figure out how I can make a turtle. And I was thinking about getting my paintbrushes out and painting a chocolate turtle, but I wasn't sure how it would come out, so I just decided to use the corn chips. Okay, I hope that you're getting a big kick out of that, and I hope that you're finding that the time you're spending with me today is just humorous, sweet, and a little bit educational. Now, let me show you this Ugly Beauty box that I think is very fitting for a compass quilt or any type of quilt, okay? And it's really geared more towards men because today is Men's Day. And I have 2 Ugly Beauties in here. 2. Yes, I do. Hi, I have 2 Ugly Beauties in here. Let me get them out. Okay, this is the first one. And tell me if you think it's an Ugly Beauty. What do you think? A little bit? I think so. Okay, and this one is not the second Ugly Beauty. This is just a nice one. But I think it will look nice with this one in particular. Okay? Now, number 2, Ugly Beauty. But remember, because we're talking about the oceans, water, ships, compass, direction, going on journeys, you're always going to need a lighthouse and a compass. Okay? So take a look. Can you see the lighthouse? Can you see it? Right here? You know what? I did paint a lighthouse. I did, but it's kind of good, but I don't really want to show you. So I just showed you the ship I painted. Oh, and because we're talking about stars, I know, I'm thinking that the compass was a star. Okay, like the Morning Star, the Lone Star, the Texas Star. Forgive me, okay? And you promised you would forgive me. Here, I want to show you this a little bit better. Can you see the constellations in there? I told you that my boxes are like ugly beauties. But once you put them all together, they're stunning. Okay, and this one here, you're going to really have a difficult time seeing, but I'm going to bring it really close for you. That's if you ever want to go home. It's got little houses on it. Yes. And I have this one, which I just tossed in. And for guys, oops, I forgot today is for guys. You guys will like it, okay? Girls, we probably say, no, we don't like it all that much, but I'm going to show it to you. It's just simple plaid. Take a peek. Okay. And I'm going to bring all of these closer for you. Let me tell you, when I get better and better and better, I'm going to get like a new headset, new microphone. I'm going to get something special so that I don't have to hold my fabrics like this all the time. But for right now, guess what? It works, unless I drop them. Can you see them? I am extremely impressed with the one that is #1 ugly, but is so fitting for today. And that is this one. #1 ugly. Let me sit these down. This one. Don't you think it goes so good for today? But originally, it was an ugly beauty, but it goes so good. It goes so good. Yes. Okay, so one more time. One more time. Take a good look. And if you like this ugly beauty chocolate fabric box, just go to my website, and I gotta tell you a whole story about that later. It's gonna be a good story. It's gonna be something that you can anticipate in the future, and you're gonna say, XOXO, we're so happy that you're doing your best, and we're going to wait on you, and we're going to eat your candies, and we're going to try your candies, and we're going to buy your ugly beauty chocolate fabric boxes. Okay, I'm going to show it to you one more time. Okay, this ugly beauty box is like a journey. It has everything that you need to make an outstanding quilt. Okay, now, wait. I'm having fun. Every time, every time I go live and make a video with you, hi, I have a good time, but before I get started, I'm like a nervous wreck. I don't know if my words are going to come out right, if my thought pattern is going to be okay. Oh, yeah, and that's another thing. Sometimes when I pronounce words, it's a little bit different because I was born, excuse me, I was born with a different diction than most people. So there's about a dozen words that you'll know what I'm trying to say, and you'll say, why are you pronouncing that word like that? And it's because of my diction. Yes, and I hope you don't mind. Okay, so when I make a quilt, a lot of people like to use 108 by 108 on the back, and that's fine. It's easy. It's way easy. But like I made that turtle, okay? Like I made that turtle. When I make my backing, I always like to add something different. And I always add a little bit of cozy on the back of my quilt. Always. I would say nearly 90%, maybe I'm exaggerating, of my quilts have cozy on the back. And I think that this big piece of cozy will go, it's so lush. Oh, hey, there's a new word, lush. It will go very nicely with that ugly beauty chocolate fabric box. Okay, so I have another question for you. I'm getting like some feedback saying, well, why don't you have an outline? I don't want to have an outline. I want to be myself. I want to have a conversation with you. And just like when two people are talking, there's always one person over talking the other person. And then the other person says, I have something to say, and then they change the subject. Well, I have some ideas in my head that I like to discuss with you. Some historical facts, some quilting facts, some nonsense. Like I always have lots of nonsense. So I just am the way that I am, and I do want to highlight a question before I call it a day for today. And I want to talk about the 3 quilts that men should make as they're being a seasoned quilter, or they're just embarking on quilting as a new hobby. You should definitely, the Mariner's Compass quilt should be on your list. You know, your bucket list, your bucket of fabric, your bucket of ugly beauty chocolate fabric. I'm just trying to promote my chocolate boxes. But seriously, making the Mariner's Compass quilt should be on your list. And the log cabin quilt, oh yeah, you know that. That is definitely should be on your list. And if you're a seasoned quilter, by now you should have made quite a few log cabins in a lot of different styles. And then finally, which should be on men and women's list, should be the Dear Jane. Oh yeah, the Dear Jane. That is one heck of a, woo buddy. Oh, I'm sorry if that hit your ears. don't worry about it. Just wait till the chocolate hits your taste buds. But I think you should definitely consider doing the Dear Jane. And if you've already completed a Dear Jane, please let me know in the comments or leave a message for me on my website. And I don't know if you are aware of the hobo quilts. I'm just going to show you the front of the book. Okay, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because today's Fridays, because today is Friday, and I don't ever think about women being hobos. I bet you they were back in the day. But here, take a look at this. This is the hobos book. I want to be a hobo. I want to be a hobo in 2025 for a week. Yeah. So I can be adventurous. And then I can take my quilt, my Mariner's Compass quilt, along in case I get lost. Take another look at this book. You might want to purchase it. Okay, and I do have something here for you to see, and I hope you enjoy it. Did you see it? You want to see it one more time? Okay. And it came out of this book. Yes. I know. You're probably thinking, go get your nails polished. Go get your nails polished. I'm not going to go get my nails polished. I got my toes polished, though. I keep my toes polished, and I really don't worry about my fingers that much. But if you keep complaining about it, then I will do something about it. Okay, and then I want to close the show, and I hope you had a nice time. And again, I would like to apologize for making a mistake in a previous video where I spoke about different star quilts, and I highlighted the quilt behind me as being in that category, and we know that it's not. And that I am so thrilled that I made this. I did. And I'm going to bite the turtle's head off. And then I'm going to see you on Sunday. Oh, I forgot to tell you, especially if you're new here, my start time is 1:08 in the afternoon. Why? Because I have 1:08 fabric. So I always start at 1:08, and I will be back here Sunday at 1:08, and I will be talking about the history of quilts, and I'll touch a little bit on memorial quilts and burial quilts. And I hope that you had a fantastic time with me. And I'm going to have a nibble. Well, should I? Yeah, I should. And if this is your first time with me tonight, it's supposed to be today at 1:08 in the afternoon, I usually make a tray of chocolates, and I usually nibble some of the chocolates to see if they taste good. But I'm so hesitant to bite this turtle's head off. You know what? This is the first time in history that I'm not going to eat a piece of... I'm trying to see if I have some chocolate on my desk. This is the first time in history that I'm not going to have a piece of chocolate Yes, I am. I can't. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's XOXO. I'm signing off. Yes. Another winner. Another chocolate winner. And so are my Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric boxes. Bye. I'm XOXO. Please come to see me on Sunday 108. Yes. And if you have any suggestions, just eat chocolate and make a mess and keep your suggestions to yourself.